Enemy down. Coming from this way as well. There's a 4 streak. 5. This guy thinks he's slick. To Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I wanted to make a video going through my settings. I would probably call this like the best settings. That's probably what I'm call it. But I mean, some things. I mean, pretty much some things are like standard is what you should use. And some other things are like preference, like sensitivity and field of view. I guess could be preference. But yeah, so let's get into it. All right. I do play on a controller on a PlayStation 4. Okay. Don't judge. It isn't because I haven't tried. Okay. PlayStation 5s are impossible to get, and my PC's broken. Sad times, man. Sad times. Alright, so I'll play on a controller, obviously. I mean, I could play a mouse and keyboard, but I'm better on a controller. Alright. So, sensitivity, I like 7. I tried 6. 6 feels too slow, and 8 feels too fast. So, in my opinion, 7 is perfect. But you could play around with this. I mean, like Aaron, he plays all the way max. Like, he played on 20, I think, and, what was the game? Modern Warfare. I couldn't remember the name of it. But yeah, I mean, there's a range you want to be in. Like, you don't want it too low. I mean, maybe, there's probably some people that play on like 0.25, but I just feel like at that point you're just too slow and can't turn. But I mean, maybe if you get used to it, you can. This, I'd recommend just leaving on 1. I play on tactical. I think being able to slide with my R3 is a lot better than circle. I don't play with a scuff or anything. I had one once and it broke in like 2 months. Not 2 months. It's like a month and a half. So I play with a default controller. I don't really think you need a scuff, honestly. You could pretty much do, if you know what you're doing and you get enough practice, you could pretty much do everything people on a scuff can do on a normal controller. You just gotta know what you're doing. I don't flip this. You can if you want. I don't know. The reason I don't flip it is it's like if you're using a full auto gun, right? It's faster. Like, you get a little bit faster time to shoot because you don't have to go as far. But I found when I'm using a semi-auto gun, I can shoot faster when I'm using my middle finger because I use my middle finger to hit the trigger. So, when I'm using a semi-auto gun, so I feel like I can go faster. So, that's why I don't play flip. But you can if you want. I don't play on inverted. I feel like that's a preference thing. I had that on for campaign. I play with vibrations off. I mean, you don't really need it on. I have it off just, you know. Just so, I mean, I could play with it on or off. It doesn't matter. But I like it off because you don't, you know, it's, personally, I think it's just a little bit better with it off. But, honestly, it doesn't matter. On or off. Aim down sights, aim assist. You want aim assist on. I turn it off in campaign and zombies. But, you want it on in multiplayer. I mean, honestly, I think if you're going against other console players, you don't need it. But if you're going against PC players, you do. But you still need it against console players because they're going to have it on. So why not use it? And on hold. You don't want it on toggle. I don't think... Maybe someone does. I don't think there's anybody in the world who plays a toggle aim down sights. There might be. I don't know, though. I use default stick layout. I don't touch dead zone, really. There's no really need to. Controller sound. I have it disabled. You can have it on if you want to, but I got it disabled for YouTube videos. Like, fucking, I don't want to be in the middle of talking, and then you just hear some fucking weird-ass noise coming from my controller because of gun sounds or something. I mean, you probably won't, my mic probably won't pick it up, but I still turn it off just in case. Auto move forward, I have this off. Auto sprint, when the game first came out, like the first 2 days the game was out, I played with this on because I thought slide canceling was really good. Well, I didn't, but I was like, it feels weird, but I was like, maybe I'm just weird, and I was keeping on. But I'd recommend having this off because sometimes it's better to walk, and it isn't like Modern Warfare, because in Modern Warfare, I'd recommend having this on. But in this game, slide canceling makes you go slower than sprinting, so I'd recommend just having that off so you can walk or something. What is this? Stop. I'd recommend have this on toggle. That's better. Sprint cancels reload. You can have it on or off. It doesn't really matter. I like having it off because I can sprint while reloading, and then if I need to cancel the reload, I can just hit Y twice or triangle. Well, maybe it does for Dirty Team. I don't play Dirty Team. I'd recommend having this off. Tap to reload. There's no doors in this game, so you don't really need contextual tap. Safe area, that just depends on your monitor, TV. This I had on, okay, so when the game first came out in the alpha and beta, I had this all the way up to 120. Basically, field of view is like a, I would say a preference thing, but I'd recommend a range. I know a lot of people, like a lot of YouTubers and stuff, like to play on 90. I mean, so you could do that if you want to. But personally, I think 110 is really good. I think anywhere from like 105 to 110 is really good. Because at those ranges, you can still see things, but the targets aren't really small, if that makes sense. Because the wider your FOV, the smaller your target's going to be. So at like 110, 105, you can still see things, but your targets aren't, like, does that make sense? Like, if I have 110, right, I can still see things, but the targets aren't really small. So it's a win-win. ADS field of view, you want this on affected. Affected so much better. Split screen, I don't know what that is. Motion blur, turn it off. Do not leave motion blur on. I know motion blur could be cool for like, I don't mean like it for campaign. I know some people like it for like fucking cinematics and stuff. I don't. It just hurts my eyes. I turn it off. It hurts my eyes, plus you can see more, so just turn it off. I mean, not muted, obviously. I had this on 80, but that's just for videos. Like, I'd recommend having it on 100. And you can turn it down. I mean, audio's audio, so you know, it depends on how good or bad your ears are. But I turn it down to 80 when I'm making videos, and when I'm just playing normally, I have it on 100. Music, I have off. I mean, I don't need to hear music in the middle of gunfights, so I just have it off. This you can play around with. I haven't really played with it much. I've turned it on headphones. It's been fine. I've been able to hear fine. But you can turn it on whatever. Like, I mean, depends on how good your headset is, or how, like, maybe you're playing on TV speakers. I don't know. It depends. Like, I'll play with an Astro A40 headset. That's like the best headset that you can get pretty much for PlayStation, I'm pretty sure. So, I have a really good headset. So, you know, just play around with it. See what's best. Hit marker sound effect, enabled. I mean, I don't know why you turn it off. You could, I guess, but I like having it on. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Voice chat, enabled. Again, I guess if you're not a YouTuber, you could turn it off. But then you wouldn't be able to talk to your teammates, so it depends. I don't know, game chat, I guess. I haven't touched any of this stuff, honestly. This depends on how good your microphone is. Alright, subtitles off. I don't think you need them on for multiplayer. If I play campaign, I turn them on, though. I leave all this on. I don't think there's a reason to turn any of it off, honestly. Only time I turn it off is if I make a thumbnail, but honestly, I don't think there's any reason to turn any of this off. So I would recommend just leaving this all the same. I don't play on keyboard, so I can't help you there, and yeah. So anyway, that's the settings. So, you know, if you enjoyed and it helps, I'm going to put gameplay here too, so just so you can see my settings. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like. That lets me know you enjoy and want to see more videos. Let YouTube know, recommend it to more people, you know. Subscribing, another way, let me know. Upload this, I see subs go up. I know people want to see more and upload more. Alright, I'll stop begging, show gameplay now.
Capturing target objective.
Hey, locked down.
Armored Simtex.
I'm stuck in pack. Dead. There's a bloodthirsty.
Hostile down.
We need that for the challenge.
Sally
Teammate, he's right underneath you.
Simtex Prime.
One burst it. Bear gun.
Let's go over
Counter
here.
spy plane.
Enemy counter spy plane inbound.
Hostile spy plane down.
Let's get B-boys.
Be secure.
There's a 2
Losing
streak.
Alpha. Taking C. Enemy took A. C locked down.
Oh, 27 Bullfrog, love to see it.
Enemy has B. Almost overhead.
That's some good timing for me
Spy
right
plane
there.
contact.
The 5 streak. I got him somehow. How did I get him? For 1850 off of fucking. No! Need that for challenge.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Securing Bravo. B locked down.
I need to shoot that down.
Enemy spy plane above.
That's 50.
Spy plane destroyed.
Nice.
He's up. Enemy
Coming
down.
from this way as well. 4 streak. 5. This guy thinks he's slick. Level 3, prestige 1. Oh. No!
Enemy
It
counter
Spy
above.
plane. Hostile spy plane down.
I can't get that one.
Hostile spy plane overhead.
Contact. Hostile spy plane. Enemy spy plane removed.
300 off.
Hostile counter spy plane established above.
Have eyes on counter spy plane. Hostile spy plane down.
I really need 200. I swear, if I don't get this,
Securing B.
one time.
Withdraw. The Reds have got us beat.
God almighty, that's so
Get
fucking
back here, you
retarded.
cowards! We still got a battle on our hands. That's a kill.
Man. I don't know. I did really well that game and still didn't get it. I don't know. You gotta get a lot of fucking kills and shit and a lot of streaks to get those. It's fucking insane.